Team Talk Podcast, episode 14. Myself, Samuel Law. I got Tabs with me. I got Kev with me. What are you guys saying?
Bro, I was speechless, yeah, because
we just finished watching the match. Liverpool, Man United at Anfield. Liverpool ran out 3-1 winners. Man United once again go to Anfield and just don't perform. But we'll start off. Yeah, so let's start off with the lineup. Yeah, what did you think of when you first saw the lineup, Kev, for the game?
Typical Jose. Typical same old Jose Mourinho. He went to park the bus as soon as I saw that lineup.
Was it a bus parking thing though? Like
no.
It's free at the back.
He played 3 defenders. He played 3 centre backs and 2. He played 5 at the back. Let's stop this.
Yeah, he played 5 at the back.
Yeah, let's stop this stupid. I know they tried to make it look like it was 3-5-2. It's bullshit. It's 5-4-1.
Yeah, it was 5-4-1.
5-4-1. That's what it was. Let's be real. Because look, Rashford he weren't playing 2 strikers up top. No, ever accuse Mourinho of playing 2 strikers up top. That would never happen.
Yeah, Lukaku was isolated today, man.
He was isolated. Like Lukaku isolates himself, bro.
Yeah.
Like
no,
he basically
what do you mean?
Look, yeah, someone.
But we're gonna talk about Lukaku later on as well.
Okay. Like if you're talking about isolating Lukaku, yeah, you went and stood next to Virgil, like
you said it in the match.
Yeah, like why don't you go and stand next to Lovren, who you messed up last season? Yeah,
fair, that's a true point.
Like you've got 2 centre backs,
but wait,
one of them is the better one.
Okay, so
then you go and stick yourself next to the one that's going to close your already dead game.
Touch. Yeah, I mean this is the thing though, because is it down to the player or the manager then? Because surely the players.
It's the player. Yeah, he goes into the game with a Lions mentality, but puts in a pussycat performance.
Yeah.
So the Lions mentality is go and stand next to the best defender in the league, but his skill set is saying, bruv, you're a pussycat. What are you talking about?
Look at his yellow card, yeah? He literally had time to control that ball. Like, Virgil just come and nicked it off him. Then he's panicked and gone in for a clumsy challenge.
No, but
he got the ball, but the challenge was clumsy.
Because you see what you said about standing on Lovren instead. That's actually a fair point. But maybe the players on the pitch that's with him, yeah, are they even playing it to Lukaku's strength? So I know obviously the system in itself, Jose's set up where he's isolated, yeah. But they're giving it to Lukaku, yeah, knowing that the ball's gonna bounce off him.
Someone, you're the outlet, you're the striker, you're meant to be holding up play, yeah. Like players will push the ball into you. Your first touch is worse than any builder with boots, like working on the site. But the guy could not literally do anything that is simple, basic football. Touch, pass.
Did you see when he got the ball on the edge, on the left side, and he tried to do the flick?
He done it in the Champions League. That same thing, like where he tries to do a step over, then he literally kicks the ball and it goes 10 miles away. Like he done it against Southampton, where you literally, I don't know, like you're running with the ball. You try and put your foot over the ball and then you're tripping over the ball on your own.
Let's not talk, because we're going to talk about Lukaku, but let's actually talk about the actual game, yeah? So you're saying that when you saw the lineup, you thought, cool, this is typical Jose, nothing's going to change. There are injuries in the team. Defensively.
No one,
Smalling pulled out, but yeah, I wasn't mad at Bailly coming in. But I don't know, like, you see when it was 1-1 and Klopp brought on Shaqiri, yeah? This is my thing with Jose. Go like for like. So you see last season. So if you remember, guys, last season, yeah, United parked the bus at Anfield, and the onus was on. It seemed like the onus was on Mourinho for some reason, even though the game was at Anfield, to make a change. They were saying that he's being defensive, and after the game, he came out and said, "But hold on, Liverpool are playing at home, and they didn't make a change to their midfield three either. They didn't put on an attacking player. They left it the way it was, and they were happy with that."
So Mourinho has to wait for Liverpool.
No. But what I'm saying. But that was his excuse last season. Like, why are you blaming me? I'm away from home.
Is he a
manager? The onus is on them.
Like,
but
are you there to win? Or are you there to?
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this season, Klopp's obviously got done different now. So he's put Shaqiri on for, I think it was Wijnaldum, whoever. He's taken that a midfielder and put an attacking player. I was screaming during the game. You lot was my witness. I said we need to bring on another attacker.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to bring on another attacker, even if it was Pogba actually, and get him on the ball because it seemed like the ball was going from defense all the way to attack. No one was picking up in midfield.
With Lukaku's performance, we were saying you should take off Lukaku and bring on Martial and let Martial play. And then we wanted we wanted Rashford to stay where he was. We wanted Pogba to introduce himself into the team. There was a point, I think we were 2-1 down.
No, 1-1 before. That's why when Shaqiri scored, I was pissed off.
Let's keep it real. We analysed the substitutions and we said before half time, we analysed the substitutions. We said, who's on the bench? The notables, Samuel sits there and mentions, he says, oh look, Mata, Pogba and Martial are all on the bench. Then he said, oh, and I think Fellaini. Tabs is like, nah, Fellaini's not playing on the bench. He checks his phone. Oh, Fellaini's there. I said, don't be stupid. Fellaini's the first guy that's going to be introduced to the game. Half time, boom, Fellaini comes onto the pitch. You're thinking, so of all this guy, we wanted him out. In the LVG era, he was so atrocious, he was ridiculous. Jose Mourinho comes into the club and brings out some air of, oh, he's actually good for something. His aerial ability.
No, Jose wasn't the only person to identify that. Moyes liked Fellaini, LVG liked Fellaini.
Who got the most out of him? Jose Mourinho. See, I'm not all everything negative about Jose Mourinho. Credit where credit's due. Jose Mourinho came into the side and he turned around and said, you know what? Fellaini is actually an asset that we can use, and he used him properly. He was the one that was getting he started scoring goals, headering late goals for us, scoring, being the tool in the box, defending. But then I changed my outlook on Fellaini to say, you know what, at the end of games, he's really useful, you know. No, he's got a place in our squad, remember? Yeah.
We all know Fellaini.
So how does Fellaini come on in a crunch game against your arch rivals as your number one guy to come and change the match at half time? You are clueless. We have no football identity. We are the same as Tony Pulis' Stoke.
Tabs, can you try and just take a step back? What was Jose trying to do with that sub? Like at half time, with the way the first half went, what was Jose trying to do? What do you think he was going for?
Because we was getting overrun in the midfield. So he went for a midfielder. Midfield three, like 4 at the back. But at the same time, you're putting Fellaini on. Like, what are you trying to achieve with that movement? Are you trying to get bodies
4 at the back or 5 at the back?
No. He changed because he took off Dalot and put Fellaini on. So it was a 4 at the back now, 3 in the midfield, 3 up top. But what's that? Yeah.
Well, that's a big idea. Like, we've got 3 in the middle.
But he played 3 up top.
Well, he played 1 up top, so it was 4-5-1.
Literally, like Mourinho just freestyles.
He played 4-5-1.
That was a freestyle.
I don't want us to identify any of those players playing up front because they
wasn't even up front.
They never played up front.
There was
even the movement. Like if you looked, anytime Rashford had the ball, no one was around him to get the pass. Like that's why he had to dribble. Every time he was trying to dribble out of the back.
Yeah, we said that during the game. He will collect the ball. He will make a move. He'll be like. It's a half a second. You can tell within half a second if anyone wants the pass. No one wants it. I continue dribbling.
Did you see the part in the first half? No, second half. When Rashford picks up the ball in the left back kind of area.
Yeah, he cut in,
and Young could have gone down the left.
That's when
Young stayed.
Pulled up in it. Like remember, just a few minutes earlier on, Young had pulled up.
Anyone could tell you.
But then, like, he didn't make the simple move. Like you know, sometimes players you have to move to a certain
Luke
position.
Shaw is going down that left side.
Listen, hold on.
Anyone could tell you. These are Jose Mourinho instructions.
Kev.
Style of play. You train every week. When you're in training, you practice scenarios, movement, the things you do when in possession and out of possession. No one can't tell me United practice possession.
All right. If I'm a footballer, game paid 120 grand. I've been playing football for so many years. Simple thing is, I move into this position just to pull another player off, like my man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Young couldn't do that. Simple.
Been told not to, man.
That's what I was about to ask. So wait, do you reckon he's been told don't bomb down, or do you reckon he's the one that said I'm not going?
There's a focus on defensive efficiency and shape. That's what Jose Mourinho wants. Young is just a recent convert to a left back position. Not tell me he don't know how to go forward. He knows how to go forward. He knows how to make the run he needs to make.
Played under LVG as a left back. Man.
Yeah, but the majority in the career,
you should be able as a player to just think, you know what, like.
I've got to move here. Rashford's got the ball. He needs to release it.
I need to move.
Right.
I'm not going to move and just bomb all the way down.
We made this comment.
I just need to move a bit so that my player can get some space.
We made this comment during the match. Gary Neville turned around and said, "Oh, was it Gary Neville or who was the other Carragher or someone saying?"
Carragher.
I was like, "Yeah, Carragher was like, these players should be able to make decisions. Like if it's not working, don't always need to look towards the side of the pitch. You can make some of these decisions yourself." Then I said outwardly, is this guy crazy? You're going against Jose Mourinho's instructions, which is drilled on defensive sake, and how you should do things. You saying they shouldn't always have to look to the bench to be able to make a decision like that. Ashley Young is no way allowed to turn around and go against these instructions of keep in a defensive position against this team, because if he goes forward and they score because you are trying to make a difference to the match, Jose Mourinho will single you out and blast you like, what are you doing? You went against what we did. And if you scored it, he won't give you no praise for it. It's, oh, well, do you see what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword that doesn't work in your favor.
That's like when Lingard scored in the FA Cup final. Like, their instructions were, like, under LVG, it's literally you take a touch, then you shoot. Lingard hit that ball first time. So we can't complain and say, like, Lingard's just done a brilliant thing. Or this player's just... Sometimes you have to be a footballer. Don't be a robot. Like, because at times, like, it's literally just a step to the left, a step to the right. You can do that. But Ashley Young has literally just stood there, like, and looked at Rashford with the ball, like, okay, then what's the next move? Just give me a ball, like I can move one pace here, give me one touch, maybe we open them up. But it's just simple stuff, like when you see Ashley Young on the left back, you just think like, it's just same old.
When Liverpool got into attacking positions, obviously they were pressing from the front, yeah. Our defenders were just, they panicked, booted the ball forward. Do you think? I know the answer to this, but first of all, let me even ask. So Jose has obviously got the people that he likes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it obvious now that, because I think Neville alluded to it, that Jose's just choosing the people that he likes now? Mm-hmm. People that he don't like, they're not playing. Mm-hmm. So poor Pogba. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that, yeah.
Yep.
Poor Pogba. He's on the bench in a game like this.
Poor Pogba.
Seriously.
Poor Pogba.
I mean, how do you bring on Fellaini at halftime and not Pogba? Like, seriously.
You know what? This takes me back to school, yeah. Like,
I know, and I know Pogba's not on form. I know he's not on form. But a game like this,
Pogba was injured. Yeah, like people are forgetting. There was a time Pogba got injured, came back. Was it against Southampton? Off the bench, but he's always been on the bench after that. Like, he had a poor game against Southampton, which everyone else had a poor game.
Very poor. Like, that's why Mourinho's supposed to put him a virus.
Like, Mourinho is literally saying, like, all right, you played one poor game, like, you're still going to be, like, on the bench. Bro, that game, Southampton, like, going back, people were trying crossfield balls. Like, Matic was trying to crossfield ball and he wouldn't reach. Yeah? Like, simple. Like, that's Pogba's domain. That's what Pogba does for fun. Yeah? Pogba is the only player, like even today, Gary Neville said it, like there wasn't any player in the centre mid who can pass the ball. Like, do you know how disrespectful that is? Like, no one in centre mid can actually play football.
I know Jose don't play with the possession. Like, he's never played, like his whole career, the other team has the ball and he waits for you to make a mistake. Surely someone around him has to... Michael Carrick, everyone's around him. Someone has to tell him this is not it, bro. You cannot play this way. Like, to come to Anfield, of course you're not gonna have the ball.
Jose Mourinho, like as Kev said, Jose Mourinho, like that is literally Mugabe there. Like, this is how we go and this is how we will go. Like, we will defend. Like, it's either we defend or you make a mistake and we score.
Yeah, but look look, not playing Pogba today. Okay, he might have his personal issues, yeah. He's lost 3-1 in a big game like this. Surely he knows.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. Before the game, If I tell you, I thought United were gonna get whooped and spanked. I told anyone that knows me. They asked me, "Oh, what do you think the scores are gonna be?" I'll be like, "We're getting spanked." I said, "If we don't get spanked, it's because they wouldn't have taken their chances." Bar De Gea and his amazing abilities, some of the shooting they were doing, I was looking at it and I was like, they scored by a couple of deflections. Shaqiri's goals were a couple of deflections, yeah.
But look at the play before the goal.
De Gea is, we are 19 points adrift from being in the position we are. We have the best goalkeeper in the league, in the world. Do you know how shit we are? No one's peeping it. Give us, Arsenal scored, they lost with Leno, yeah? Give us Leno and give them De Gea and let's see how further down the table we'll be. It's ridiculous. If you want to really paint a real picture, but United fans, let's just pretend like, Jose Mourinho is one of the shittest managers in our history
to make him
right now.
De Gea is playing shit right now,
and I think that's what it is. Last season, De Gea was saving us points, and now he's not working out.
Shit right now, he's just conceding goals for fun. Like since Ronaldo scored that goal in the World Cup, I've just seen De Gea just leaking goals. Like he'll come up with a big save.
Is he leaking them? He's
not leaking them.
No, what he did
was extraordinary.
Exactly.
Yes.
What he's doing is he's doing like
what
defense,
any keeper does.
Yeah, he's not even low. He's still top 3. Even what he's doing, he's still top 3. That just shows you how crazy the league, how crazy of a performance he put in last season for United. And got us into that second position.
Well,
but Jose Mourinho to be gassed and try and claim that second position like it was down to his extraordinary management, you twat. That's like Jose Mourinho collecting credit when coach was there last week and talking about Ronaldo scoring a 50-something goals in that season. I was thinking, hold on, Jose Mourinho has no credit or no bearing on what Ronaldo does. Ronaldo does what Ronaldo does.
Let's talk about Jose now. So where does this leave Jose? You said
he's not going
anywhere. What did you say after?
He's not going anywhere.
I said you need to remind me. I've said too much about.
No, because Tabs was like he's not getting anywhere. But what I was saying was
after the loss. Like,
this is going to be.
You wanted a meeting against him.
The heat for Jose, I think, will be up there alongside when we got knocked out to Sevilla in the last 16. I think that this week is going to be a very intense one for Jose.
It's not going to be intense for Jose because, like, look at the Liverpool team. Yeah, Liverpool, far much better team than United. So losing to Liverpool today, the way we lost, yeah. If it was 5-1, then maybe something would happen. But now the problem will be, what does Pogba do on Monday at training?
Pogba's just gonna
like
wait. If I'm Pogba,
it's gonna happen again. Like, see when that video came out. Like, what is gonna happen?
Listen, if I'm Pogba, I'm not even. Listen, bro, Pogba.
Because
listen,
trust me, the
Pogba,
players have to. The players is either the players garner around the manager, say we're the manager, or they start realizing
you're not hearing me.
Like, we're losing. Like,
you're not hearing me.
Bring on our best player.
You're not hearing me. Pogba not being there today, I think he's gonna go home and sleep like a baby. I honestly think that.
That's what they do. That's what all players do.
Like a baby.
He's gonna sleep like a baby. No. And my reason is because he didn't play today. He didn't come on the pitch. He wasn't involved in it. Tomorrow it's gonna look like Jose.
There's nothing about Pogba. There's nothing to say. Pogba didn't perform.
Yeah,
I want to say something. Yeah, there's a topic that we want to talk about players giving 100%. Yeah, and giving percentages that they give. I believe I'm of the opinion a player like any they don't believe in anything such as 110%. It's only 100%. Yeah. And only when someone gives this is my belief. Yeah. This is my belief. And a player, when they're doing their very best and doing everything, that's when they're giving 100. And when they're not, it's 80. So
that's what I was saying, though.
So when they're playing against the Southamptons and the West Hams,
that's what I was saying.
70 and 60,
joker,
still winning.
And
okay, let me
guys, 1 minute. Someone basically said, "I'm taking this fight, but I'm not."
Let's talk about it one at a time. All right. So basically, guys, if you don't know what we're talking about this week. I was saying in our group, if a player doesn't believe in what the manager's doing, can their effort drop? And in turn, if they did believe in it, would they give it extra 10%? I didn't mean that they play 100% and they give 110. I mean, a player might be on 80%, and this is all kind of generic. It's not like a,
Can I ask you a question? Yeah, like if a professional gets on a pitch, to play a football game, there's two things that they can do. They can go out there and play football, which is simple. Like, I'll go out there and play my football, my game. You can't measure that. Yeah, but if a player's got something against the manager, like, you can go and, like, you can see a challenge and be like, oh, you know what? Am I going to risk it?
So you do agree with me then?
No,
I'm just saying, like,
elaborate.
Side,
I agree.
On the mentality side, yeah. It's like, you can't put a measurement as in, is he giving 100%, or is he mentally not ready to risk it for the manager or the team? Because first, you're playing for the team. Second, you're playing for the manager. And third, you're a professional. This is what you do. Like, if you go on a football pitch, you're going out to play. But if you're going on the football pitch and thinking, you know what, I might not risk that challenge. Like, that's not 100%. But if you're going, like, and you actually believe in the system, you believe in everything, then you go out there and play football as it is.
Okay.
All right, let me explain something, You're a smoker, and you're a smoker, and I'm not a smoker. I'm the only non-smoker here. Let's just say, if for example, this is just an example. I'm the only non-smoker here. That means it's embedded with me. Let's say I'm able to perform, and we all work a job. I'm able to perform sit behind my desk for a certain amount of hours. You lot don't even have the ability because you're smokers and all the smokers breaks you take. So to even compare yourself to me in the beginning is wrong. I want to take that point and say a lackadaisical player, compared to two other passionate players, what they produce on a pitch normally, you can never take an Ozil and compare him to a John Terry or you can never compare the two, because the nature and the way they play the game is completely different. One is lackadaisical. And some of them, the different players perform differently. We had Berbatov. United had Berbatov, the most lax player, but the efficiency in his laxness is incredible. You could turn around and say, Kanu as well. There's great players who have had a laid-back attitude, but somehow they've produced the goods in that laid-back positioning. When we take United and go through the whole team, I'll turn around and say, everyone, they all have their passionate, their degrees of care, and the way they play the game, it all varies. Jose Mourinho can have an amazing effect on a player or a negative effect on a player. And in this day and age, I believe generally he's got to that club and he's switched a lot of players off him by just the way he is with them. And I'm trying to say, people trying to say, professional. When you're in a job, someone can walk in as a new boss on day one, and in the back of your head, you can be like, he's a prick and I don't like him. It can be like that. And you might get over it and have a few good weeks and a good days and stuff, but the general feeling in your heart of hearts is, I hate this guy. I don't like him. I really don't like him. I wish, and then on top of that, when things are going badly, that's when all the cracks start appearing. The reality starts showing itself. You don't like the guy. You really don't, because he doesn't bring the best out of you. He doesn't, your philosophy of how you would like to play the game, Pogba is a flair player. There is nothing flair in Jose Mourinho's makeup. He was told you to stop the stepovers, stop the flairness, stop the haircut, stop the colour in your hair. Everything you want to do, Jose Mourinho is against it. So you and him is yin and yang. You don't agree with it. And Jose Mourinho is obviously not being able to take him under his wing and just find common ground where the respect level can still be there. It's gone. He came to the club respecting you because you were his first signing. Yeah? You signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Paul Pogba in the same window, and then you went off him. Somehow, along the way, he's found himself hating your guts. not liking you. I won't even say hating your gut because that's presumptuous. We don't know what really goes on, but I can tell you the Pogba and the passion level and the way he cares about the way the team is playing, he doesn't feel like the system is set up for him to perform in. And when you don't feel like the system's set up to perform for you to perform in, how can you try your best? How can you keep trying at something when someone has left holes in the ground for you to walk in?
So
You can't run your fastest. You can't run your. It's like a sprinter trying to run 100 meters the fastest they can with potholes all along the ground. That's what Jose Mourinho has done. He's just set off mines all along the ground for you to explode. Why are you going to keep continuing? It's stupid.
So after the game, Jose said they asked him, "Do you still think?" They asked him, "Do you think you can fix this?" He said, "Fix what? What are you talking about? Fix it? Do you mean winning the league?" The guy said, "No.
Finish fourth.
Can you fix the situation? Like, what can you do?" And he said, "I still think we can come fourth."
Oh, please talk about.
That's being realistic.
Please talk about Roy Keane's reaction. Even though Roy Keane talked a lot of shit, the Roy Keane's reaction to finishing it 11 points off the top four. He turned around, he looked, he's like, "What? What? Finish fourth? What?"
That's the reality. That's what I was telling you guys, yeah? The reality is Man United are not a top team. Yeah, we're a top club. We're a top brand. That is it. No, I just come up. No, like now Man United are a brand.
How?
Like,
has this occurred?
How's this occurred? From when Ferguson's left, we've took on Moyes, yeah? Second-rate manager. Yeah? Moyes, LVG done his stuff. Leveled the shit. And then we've took Mourinho, who at the start, if you remember clearly, like people like Bobby Charlton were like, "No, we don't want Mourinho at the club because he's just gonna like change the club. Like he's not United material." But we've took him because we're desperate to find someone. And at the same time, the way that we went about hiring Mourinho, sacking LVG FA Cup final without him knowing, that comes from the top, which is what I'm saying. Ed Woodward as well, he's to blame for all this shit. He's concentrated on making Man United money by selling the club to fans and getting merchandise and stuff like that. That's why we can afford players like Pogba, 90 million. We were robbed.
Made it back in 6 months.
It doesn't matter how you make it back. Like I'm talking about Mata. We bought Mata off Jose Mourinho when he was at Chelsea because Mourinho he wasn't getting on with Mata and his way of play. So we had to buy Mata 50 million in January. Yeah. Remember that?
It wasn't 50.
You got 45.
45.
39.
No. It was going up to 50. So, like stuff like that, it just goes to show, like the whole club has got a virus, and
so you're basically saying Pogba. Let me say, yeah. Jose Mourinho, you had one leader at the club last season. Who's that leader? It was Zlatan. It was Zlatan Ibrahimovic was the leader on the pitch, on the side. He's the one that was in Pogba's ear. He was probably the one that Pogba listened to. He was probably the one that Pogba played for. If he wasn't even, if we're talking about who he played for, even if you wanted to say there was someone who, I don't believe that players play for people. I can say their motivation can go up and down, but I'm not about who they play for. They play for themselves, but your motivation can be hurt by someone talking crap in your ear 24/7. You had one leader, you didn't replace him. You had one leader. You had Zlatan Ibrahimovic. You left the club and you did not replace Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
When did he go?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic went officially in the summer.
So when Jose wanted to sign players and he wasn't allowed,
who did he try and sign though? If you're,
that's the thing. He's not replacing.
He didn't try and sign a leader again.
Guys.
But then
wait. We're not gonna do that because Jose Mourinho in the summer when he threw his toys at the pram, went to Tottenham for Alderweireld, went for Boateng. Listen, wait.
Is he gonna come in and be a leader?
Yes. If you're trying to tell me Alderweireld, if you're trying to tell me Alderweireld,
be like captain material.
If
like, look
what?
at the United team right now.
Wait.
Who's actually like captain material?
You know what someone's doing that I don't like? You see, look at Liverpool, yeah? Shaqiri was available. He was for sale. Hold on. No, we just lost to we just got pumped 3-1 and we're 19 points behind. Let's look at a better example of how to do things, please. Yeah, let's talk about a better example of how to do things. So Liverpool, yeah, Shaqiri was available for 13.5 million.
Did we need him?
Did we need him?
Because we got Sanchez.
Wait.
Because all they wanted Perisic.
So we definitely needed a winger, but he went and collected one that was available. In 2018, 2019, I said this last week, I'll keep saying it until it gets drummed into heads. You take what you're given. It's what people are ready to give up, not what you think with your big money bags can go and collect. I'm hearing Boateng. Was Boateng available?
Alderweireld was. What? Alderweireld was.
Then
what?
why, if Alderweireld was available, like these stupid papers were saying, do you think no one would have gone and collected Alderweireld, the top player?
Alderweireld's contract is running out,
and he's available in the summer.
God.
He's available in the summer.
Yeah. So from a business point of view, you're looking at why Alderweireld is not there. On the pitch today, in that match, Liverpool versus Man United, Alderweireld will make a difference.
I'm trying to say.
Alderweireld will not panic and boot the ball.
Cool. I'm trying to say, my point I'm trying to say is, I don't think he was available in the summer.
Well, what are you talking about? And that's why I don't. He was first. You see, you're changing it now.
Hold on.
You're changing it.
No, I'm not.
Jose wanted Alderweireld, and the board said no. Simple as that.
How do you know?
So how do you know that he? Listen, Kevin.
How do I know what?
We know.
No, ask me that question.
We know that he wanted defenders. He said it. I want 2 defenders.
Yeah.
He didn't get them.
No, hold on.
Alderweireld was one of them.
Hold on. My thing is, I'm agreeing with you, but my thing is, Jose Mourinho is a stupid guy because he makes some stupid comments and he makes some unrealistic
What are you talking about now? You're going left. What's my facts saying?
He's saying he wanted Boateng.
He starts
with nonsense first and then he works his way down.
Boateng was after Alderweireld.
He wanted
that was
Boateng.
after.
No, he asked for these players first.
Oh
you don't
my
start
God,
off with
Kev.
You don't start off with Alderweireld and work your way up to. No.
Am
I lying?
You're just talking loud. You're not even listening.
Godin is the top. You start from the top and work your way down.
He wanted Alderweireld. He didn't get him. He said he wanted Mina. He didn't get him. He said he wanted Boateng. He didn't get him. Bruv, if the board is sitting there, up there, with what we're charting today, yeah, and they say there's no leaders on the pitch, then you're part of the reason. Because when Jose wanted Alderweireld, and you said no, don't now say, oh, it's all Jose.
Okay, watch this. You see the reactional substitutions he made in the game. That's the reactional manager he is in the transfer windows. When hold on, listen. Okay, watch this. Watch what I'm saying. That Van Dijk was available for 75 million. Everyone knew it. He was available. How many times did United try and sign Van Dijk? He didn't see. He didn't visualize.
Do we have the money to splash 75 mil? Liverpool had just sold Coutinho.
What?
Liverpool had just
the money.
January.
No.
Like 100
you're
mil.
just
times there.
Not January 2006.
Listen, hold on 1 second.
This is January.
At that time,
gone.
Jose, that's what I'm saying is reactional, because at that time he would have told you that with Smalling and that, and with Smalling with Smalling, because he'd won the Europa, he's not a real coach. He doesn't see it, he's not looking, he would have told you, the defense is good, I still want to sign another defender, but I think 75 mil is too much for Van Dijk, because you can't see the real.
Was it not too much?
No.
Was it not too much?
Hold on,
wait. If you're coming out without selling anyone.
Yeah, okay, watch this. My point, I've made this point about Jose Mourinho already. He doesn't develop anyone. He just buys what already exists. It's only Jose Mourinho cannot. He's not able to buy the next big thing coming. He can't buy the big thing coming and develop them to be able to get to the level that they need to get to.
Talking about development, yeah.
So
who develops players? Is it the youth setup?
He said, for example, he bought your club. Under Chelsea, you had Salah.
You're going to go back on it. But what I'm saying is, why didn't you get Alderweireld then? If you know that he doesn't develop players, Alderweireld was already an established player, proven, seasoned. He would come into the team and play. You won't have to develop him. Why not give it to him if you know that's the manager you got? Anyway,
that's the player you wanted.
He wanted Alderweireld.
Yeah, and I'm trying to say to you, I think I read an article in the summer to say, who's the chairman? Daniel Levy wanted 55 mil. He wanted 55 mil for Alderweireld. And then it came out to say, if
So you did read it. So you did read it.
It is. He will be available for 25 million or something silly like that in January. Bruv, if you're the board, why would you not wait to sign him for 25 million?
Okay,
That's like buying Sanchez for 60 million where you could wait and then get him for free.
Hold on. Okay, so then we're gonna get him in January then, yeah? No, that's what you're saying. So we're gonna get him for 25 million in January.
Listen,
you just said that.
Listen. If I was the chairman and I'd made you that promise in the summer, I would turn around and tell you, yeah, I know that's what I said to you in the summer, but after this nonsense that you've been showing me on the pitch, I can't give you them kind of money. I can't give you that.
Very soon, like I said to you a couple podcasts ago, your attentions will turn very, very soon. Because when you know that something's already useless, you're not going to bang on about it. You're going to realise the issue. But anyway, forget it.
But I can't give the money. I can't give that money to Jose to spend.
Anyway, you'll soon realise that the board are clueless. But let's talk about Liverpool, because we spoke about United today, yeah, a lot. So let's talk about actually Liverpool. So Liverpool now gone back to the top of the league, yeah. Because at first, when it was 1-1, yeah, we were saying, oh, why is Lovren shooting from far? Why is Van Dijk, like, they're panicking, they're shooting. City would still be passing it left and right.
Yes.
But Liverpool are panicking. Yes. And I think I was one that said, you know what, this is the difference. There's a clear indication that there's a difference between Liverpool and City. Yep. Like, City obviously got the job done. Mm-hmm. Well, in the end, they both beat us 3-1. So, what do you think about Liverpool then? You were impressed?
I think I'm impressed by, you see the difference. I'm more impressed because I feel like I see Klopp's effect on Liverpool more than I do. Okay, Pep's that had a great effect on Liverpool on City, but he doesn't have to. I feel like his level. He's taken him to a level where he doesn't have to input too much. The system's there. It's embedded. He's got it running, and he doesn't even need to work as hard. But Klopp, differently, they got in trouble against United today, which is a bad thing. Which is a bad sign. You got in trouble against United. This dead team, United. You got in trouble against us, but the flip side, you did well. You made the change that was necessary to spark the next wave of putting us under pressure until we caved in. Because the stats don't lie. I said at the beginning, I said it a week ago. The only reason why United will get a result against Liverpool is if Liverpool do not take their chances. And if you look at the chances created,
they didn't take their chances.
They did take their chances.
No. If you're looking at statistics, 36 chances and you get 3 goals. Yeah, that's not taking your chances. Okay, that is literally like no. Let's be honest.
We have a 1 in 10. We have a 1 in 10 striker.
Let me just go. Yeah, like, that's not taking your chances. That's literally banging until mistakes happen. Man City, like, Liverpool are panicking. That's why, like, they were shooting from outside the box. Like, guys like Lovren lobbed it. Yeah, Man City would, like you're saying, they've got their system. If it doesn't work now, we'll keep banging, and that will come through. It doesn't mean they're not taking the chances. They're making you make mistakes. Liverpool, like, they actually, like, it was hit and hope at some point for them.
The thing is, like,
they literally did not open us. They only opened.
Yeah, but bro, you can't open the bus. Like,
no.
Look
how Man City just opened us.
Listen, in the second half, yeah, it's obvious that Jose was happy with a draw. Obvious.
He was happy with a draw.
Obvious. From the start, man. So if that's the case, you can't really expect Liverpool to break down. Teams are hard to break down, especially United. If Jose parks the bus, it's not going to be easy. In the end, they did it. He brought on Shaqiri and he scored 2 goals. Yeah. So in terms of, like, this,
I'm against the whole they took their chances thing.
Fair enough.
Because, like, if it was Man City 36 chances against Man City. Come on.
Can Liverpool sustain this?
No.
Can Liverpool sustain this, Tabs?
In what way?
The league, can they in this league campaign, can they sustain this?
They're gonna take it to the wire. They've improved. They've seen their mistakes from last year.
They're gonna take it to the wire, you say?
They will. I think they will.
Wow, you think
like, because look, they had a problem with the keeper last year. They've changed that. Rectified it. Van Dijk, like, rectified it. Like,
the front three are doing madness.
Fabinho, like, he's mad.
Keita,
mad. But Are they
Shaqiri back up?
Can they do it like City? City will literally work a team. Man City will work a team.
This is my thing though,
and finish them.
This is my thing. Liverpool had Napoli in the midweek, I think more or less the same players, bar one or few changes, And I thought to myself, this is a great time to play them. Man United are already through. They play Valencia, rest some players. Man United lost. Liverpool hard fought.
Because we literally
Injuries. But okay.
He did rotate.
Yeah, Matip. No. He said Matip.
Second string
He said Matip
to play in the Valencia game, and then he dropped him for the big game against Liverpool.
He said Matic and De Gea were the only people that got
That's
rested.
a big sign, Like playing Pogba for that Valencia
game, resting him,
and then
you rested players. He's the second string. He's the reverse.
We're not going back to Man United.
He's the reverse.
So Liverpool had a hard fought game in midweek. I thought, you know what? If there's a time to catch them, it'll be now where they had to win. That game was intense. 2 intense games back to back. But Liverpool were more intense.
When you look at that Napoli game, Liverpool have come out that game, won it. Like the passion is high. So that works for them because they've just come out of a hard game and said, you know what? Like momentum, like bang, like we just done this. Let's go to the next one, crush it again because it's 2 big games and like on Sunday we have to perform at home and show them that we are here for the league.
It's going to be an interesting one, man.
I want to talk about West Ham as well,
When did West Ham play? Yesterday. Let's talk about Arsenal first. Arsenal, Southampton. So Arsenal's run comes to an end. Was it 19 games? Well, how many games was it? Something silly. They've done well. Listen, we have to be non-biased here. We have to talk about Arsenal.
I've said it before about us Arsenal, where like Emery's come in, changed the system. They've worked well. They've improved. You can see the changes. You can see the improvement, but it's not great. So we can move on.
Nah,
it's not championship.
There's
great.
There's Arsenal fans listening to this. We have to be.
Let me say, I've kept saying, I keep paying homage. The guy came in. He changed the system. He did not get given a huge checkbook to go and sign this player, and Bellerin is so shit. He's obviously not good enough. Bro, he made him work to go on a winning streak. Yeah? And he made players that people would have turned around and said, get rid of him. Every single defensive player they had, I heard Arsenal players wanting them out. And if Leno is only been making his first mistake today, and that's his first mistake of the season, big consequential mistake of the season, that's not bad.
It wasn't even a great mistake.
It was He just made a mistake. Yeah. And if that's what you limit in your mistakes from your goalkeeper to, that's great. Not everyone's David De Gea. Let's really live in the real world. Yeah, there's once upon a time, if our mistake went that many games before, our goalkeeper went that many mistakes before making a mistake, that many games before making a mistake, then you would have taken it. But, it's only because we have De Gea that our minds is warped on what a goalkeeper should be. And before that, I guess Van der Sar.
So do Arsenal fans have anything to be worried about? Not worried, but do they have anything to be concerned?
They're improving. Arsenal are improving.
Will Arsenal be top 4 this season?
Yes.
Top 4.
Yeah.
They can if Spurs mess up. Like if Spurs don't do any signings, because that's the problem with Spurs. Going into January, Spurs have to get signings because in July in the summer they didn't sign anyone. They've just kept going with the same team, bringing in young players when they're forced to.
Ask yourself this question.
They're still giving they're still doing something.
Ask yourself this question: can Spurs make any signings in January? You know the answer anyway. It's all well known. No. Can Arsenal? Yeah.
Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah. They've got it. They've got it. They can do it. So who can kick in?
Though.
He can kick on
at the rate they're going.
But if they've identified, this is why I'm saying I don't anyway. If you identify a player you want, then you go for him.
Can I say something about
Emery buying the players or what's
I think their system. We discussed this last week. Their system, whether Emery is buying the players or some next person is buying the players, they've obviously got a system that is working.
Why?
Yeah?
What do you mean? Obviously, that's working.
Because they're scouting. But the conversation that must exist between the manager, the top scout, the chief executive, whatever is taking, however they sit down, identify a player, sound that player out, make the first point of contact, and then eventually buy them and bring them in. It's working for them, and they're making the right decision.
Emery's system, like Emery is actually a manager that doesn't react to what's happening on a pitch from another team. He literally goes, okay, this is not working for my team, like I'll change it and make it work for my team.
That's what top managers
Like,
do.
He's just gone into Arsenal and said, all right, you guys can play football, but I want you to play this type of football. Yeah, change players. Like Bellerin, like you said, is improved in a way that his positioning is much better.
Gave
Like,
extra 10%.
Extra 10% or whatever you want to call it. Like he's realised that Ozil's not working the way that he wants his team to work. Torreira, when he started the season, like everyone's like, oh, why is he not bringing Torreira in? But when like Torreira's come in, he's actually gone, you know what? This is my position. Someone take it off me. Like if you got a player like that who's saying this is me, like take it off me. He's improved. Like Xhaka, like he's gone up a bit. Like it will be as well. Even though Arsenal fans hate him. Like
they're just frustrated sometimes.
Like he's improved. Ramsey comes into a game against Tottenham and changes everything.
So today Ozil came on, yeah. From what's Ozil's situation? What's the situation with Ozil? I've heard Arsenal fans say, you know what, it's even good that Ozil's not playing because the board will now see that he's not like a must, like an indispensable player. He's on too much wages.
But he just extended his contract last year.
They in all honesty, about to say something. If you know who looks like a player, Emery player, Sanchez. Sanchez is an Emery player, and Ozil isn't. If they could get rid of Ozil, even on a free, and then have Sanchez back, they'd take that all day. Because Sanchez is everything that Sanchez looked like he was unhappy with and wanted is what he would have probably got.
Right.
Sanchez probably looking at the situation like, what have I done?
I just needed to hold on. But who went first? Who left first? Who left first? Was it Emery? Did Emery go before Wenger, or what was it? I can't remember.
What are you talking about?
Did Emery arrive at Arsenal, or did Sanchez come to United? Which one happened?
Sanchez came to United in January.
Yeah, I think it was. See, so he was probably thinking Sanchez in Sanchez's mind.
But then Wenger only decided like when late after the season that.
So Sanchez, it was reactional. Sanchez, for fuck's sake.
But then like Sanchez was going Man City. If you remember clearly, he was going Man City, but the bag.
So did we? So hold on.
The bag.
So hold on.
The bag.
Which is what I keep telling to people. Oh my God. Perfect example. Reactional manager. Reactional fucking manager. Reactional manager. You see what I'm talking about? A reactional manager. You didn't want him. You just wanted someone to stop somebody else from getting him. You didn't want him. You didn't identify him as a player you wanted. You're such a shit manager. You wanted to just stop somebody else's joy. You don't want joy for yourself. You just want to stop somebody else's. I don't
know if that was all Jose. Maybe the board was involved in that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's talk about Arsenal, man. I don't know why we always go back to United. Listen, so Ozil.
Louis Van Gaal can make his own signings, but Jose Mourinho is not allowed. Yeah, and we want to pretend like that. Yeah, David Moyes is allowed to make his signings, but Jose Mourinho is not allowed. Jose Mourinho,
we've passed
he's head coach. He's not even manager. He's not manager at Man United.
I'm just very emotional when it comes to that subject. To be honest with you,
I forgot what I was saying. What was I even saying now?
Talking about Ozil.
I was talking about Ozil. Yeah. So what does Ozil do then? Like, does he knuckle down and do what Emery's asking for? Has he got in him?
That is Ozil's 100%. There's no 10% more after that. That's Ozil done. Yeah.
Ozil needs to go. He needs to get out.
But where's he going? He's on nice money. Where's he going that's gonna pay him that?
He's on nice money.
He's 350.
Listen, he's on 350. I don't think players play. I don't think when you reach a certain level, I don't think that's what it's about anymore.
Bluffing.
I don't think it's what it's about.
Because
he can. Wait. He can make that money in China more. Let's break it down.
Do you really think like he wants to go and play China?
Why?
Pride.
But there's other players that have.
Look at the players that have gone China.
You're saying it's all about the money, then I'm just giving you an example.
I'm telling you, like pride of where you're playing and getting the money. Like I don't think Ozil is that kind of player. He wants to go for the money.
So back to my question. That's what I'm saying.
That was a reward for him.
So that's what I'm saying. Does Ozil knuckle down or does he bounce? That's what I'm asking.
He tells his agent to say he wants to go to City so that Jose Mourinho can sign him for United.
Cool. Tottenham. Let's talk about Tottenham because it was a big week for Tottenham. They had to match Inter Milan's record result against Barcelona, which they did. It was impressive to go to the new camp, and I know Barca didn't have Messi on, but they still had to. I was very impressed with them, man, because it was a mature performance from Pochettino's guys, and then they had a game on Saturday against Burnley. It looked like it was going to be a 0-0. Eriksen comes on. He was playing a young defender, making his debut. I think his name was Skip or something like that. Centre back. He came in, did well. Eriksen comes on, scores 1-0. Let's talk about Tottenham, man. What do you see for Tottenham this season, Tabs?
Tottenham, they're going to be third or fourth.
Tottenham just need to try and maintain. That's all they want to do. They're not able to ball. They can't keep balling. They just need to maintain because they don't have the funds to do any balling, to do any real title pushes or real cup runs.
They're realistic.
Yeah, they're realistic. No, they're not really. It's just they're just playing their position. I don't know how.
That's realistic.
If Pochettino wants to a real opportunity and a real project, he needs to come and fix this mess at United.
Does he need that smoke? Does he want that smoke?
Well, yes,
because that's going to expose.
That's how you challenge. That's how you challenge yourself.
But does he want that smoke when Real Madrid are there?
Yeah, with the players at Tottenham though, yeah. Do they feed into kind of Pochettino's philosophy? And if so, how long can Pochettino keep them, involved and believing before they start looking at just the ambition of the club overall? So I'm talking about players like Harry Kane, Dele Alli.
I think Spurs are going through a phase where the main thing right now is building their stadium, finishing that. Yeah. So you can't say like, is there ambition? Is there what? That is the direction they're at the moment. So they can't go out and blast we just blast money and get this player in and that. They're working with a system that's actually managed to get them into top 4 and it's keeping them there for now.
I get you, but
at the same time, they haven't got the funds to move on to the next level of football
that's
what they want.
That's what I'm trying to get at. So if you recall, when Arsenal moved into the Emirates, they had Henry, I think Van Persie was there, Fabregas, Nasri. They had players, yeah?
They signed Nasri, innit?
So after a while, players weren't coming in. Players of that caliber weren't really coming in. But then you noticed that players were leaving. So that's what I'm trying to get at.
But that's could you see that whole over 30 will give you a 1-year contract extension.
But what I'm saying is, do you see that happening at Spurs? So where players that
they're signing players to long-term contracts, they're signing their key players to long-term contracts. Like Tabs is just saying, they're keeping players and no one wants to leave. No one's running away from Wenger. Remember that was a period where players were just getting frustrated with the style of play.
No, you're bluffing. When Arsenal first moved into the Emirates, not towards the end of his career, when they first moved in, people still knew Arsenal was playing the good football, but they weren't winning. So what I'm trying to get at is how Arsenal were playing the good football but weren't winning trophies. Could this be the same thing with Spurs? Playing good football, we all know Pochettino, everyone likes Pochettino, everyone likes Spurs, they love their style of play. But if it comes to another 2-3 years that they haven't won a trophy, players like Harry Kane don't care about stadium if they're getting older.
2-3 years. I don't think it's gonna take that long for them. With the amount of money there is in football right now, I don't think it's gonna take that long for them to be able to get back into the market and make certain purchases.
Are Spurs capable of winning anything?
right
in
now.
this cup. No. Like even if you're looking at moving forward, are Spurs capable of winning anything?
Yes.
No,
but are they
City
punching?
are that
Yeah,
good.
But
City-
they-
Guys, there's
yeah,
other cups.
Hold on,
What are you not
hold
talking
on. There's
about?
cups,
There's
yeah.
trophies.
I'm saying, like if you look at Spurs are
Oh,
playing.
yeah,
are
they-
playing.
That's what I'm saying, but they
playing
haven't won any yet. So
but
can they win
yeah,
trophies?
they
Spurs-
can win a Carling Cup and an FA, but what's that? Is that
Spurs
even
are
a
in
cup?
the,
But
Spurs,
for Spurs fans,
Bruv.
they'll take that.
the Spurs are in the VIP, but their bar tab is cut off at certain level. That is it. Like they'll get there. Like look, like they're still part of the group. Yeah, but your tab, like it's cut off. Like they will not win anything.
Oh, what? So you don't think they can?
No.
You're just in the
Wait,
club.
wait.
No,
Are
they're in
you
the club.
trying to tell me that you cannot see Spurs going to FA Cup final and winning it this season?
How many How many times did we go FA Cup like final? When FA Cup semi final? When was it? 2000.
Last season we went to semi-final.
No. When was it? When we went Wembley.
Oh, when you and I went to Wembley to play Chelsea. That was Carling Cup.
Like it was FA Cup. Like they've been doing it, but like their tab gets to a certain level and they're cut off.
But wait, what's that down to then?
It's just because there's other better teams. Like Spurs are playing, like they're playing above what their level is actually meant to be, and everyone's excited about that. But they cannot win cups because like there's better teams. Simple.
Nah, I think Spurs can definitely win the FA Cup this season. Definitely. Definitely.
I think I've said it. I think
We
I've
could
said
have won
it.
the FA
Tabs,
Cup.
Tabs,
Yeah,
Like,
so Spurs
Portsmouth
can.
won the FA
Tabs,
Cup.
Tabs.
Like we've won it. Like,
So Spurs can.
Tabs,
why haven't they
Tabs.
done it when like,
This season,
everything was
you don't
over?
think they could?
No, they won't.
Tabs. I've kind of said,
Lucas Moura,
I don't-
Lamella, they're
I
all
think-
back now. Like,
Listen, I said I've disagreed with you, but I agree with you at the same time. I disagree because I believe they can win the cup. I agree with you because I'm saying Tottenham have overachieved.
Yeah.
Tottenham have definitely overachieved, and people need to wake up and smell the coffee on that.
But we all know
They've
this. You're saying facts. We know
But
this.
then why people that are
don't
asking
need
for
that
them to
pressure.
get that smoke and they need to be accused of not being able to be like, if Southampton suddenly get a good manager and they build and Pochettino still, if Pochettino was still at Southampton and have Southampton is 6th and 5th, and people, if someone turned around and said, why are they not breaking into that top 4, I'd be like, fuck off. They're overachieved. They're overachieving.
oh, so you don't put Tottenham and Southampton in the
No,
same
no.
category?
Someone, we're just saying-
I'm just saying. They no. Tottenham.
They're getting A's where
Tottenham.
everyone
No,
else
wait.
is getting A stars.
Let me go. Let me finish off the point. So Tottenham, in the same aspects, were a 6th team. So where Southampton were, this should just be trying to keep in the league. They were making 6th. They're making Europe. Where Tottenham were just making Europe, they're making Champions Leagues. What you're now expecting them to do is a double jump. Yeah, you want them to do double. What do you call it? The scotch.
Yeah,
wait.
No, like hopscotch. You want them to double jump onto the next two,
like that, just like
to
that.
jump into.
You're
get
not
into-
here. I
into
think we're
the
both.
summer.
Wait, I think we're both saying the same thing. What I'm telling you, yeah, what you're saying might be true, but
It
if
is
you're
true.
if you're someone like Harry Kane, which is what my point is, can they drop? So I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get at is, yeah, players like Harry Kane and Dele Alli, Ericsson, yeah.
Dele
It's
Alli's
gonna
been
come to
exposed.
a point in their career. Forget that. It's gonna come to a point in their career, yeah, where they're looking at it like, okay, we're not winning trophies, as you're saying, we're not winning league titles, yeah. Harry Kane I think he deserves to be
Can I answer-
in a
can I
title
answer-
race.
Can I answer you that? Sincerely, my true belief.
What, you haven't let me finish. What I'm asking is, will they leave? You're saying no.
Yeah. So my thing is this: when a club can show you that we have the manager and we have the infrastructure and a plan to do something, and every step of the way they're trying to show you what they're doing is going on a plan. So let's say in year 1 they were trying to say, you know how we're a Europa team, we're going to start making the Champions League, and they start making Champions Leagues. You know how we're a Champions League team, we're going to, as we're a Champions League team, we're going to use this to improve our stadium, and then they go and build a stadium, and then they improve that stadium. So the next bit for them is to wait a couple of years and then just see if by
Is
then,
Harry Kane winning the cup? That's what you're not getting. Footballers.
Listen, money talks. Money talks.
Who's paying them? Levy. You think Levy's paying them?
Listen,
Harry,
why
wait.
they signing no? Why they
Something
signing
like
no?
that.
Say that again.
Why-
Say that again.
Is Harry Kane on 100 grand a week or
What
something?
contract did they go and just sign though?
When?
Contracts don't mean nothing. You can still get bought out. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
listen,
but
Harry
English
Kane is
teams
seeing
don't do buy-
Ozil.
What are you talking
Harry
about?
Kane,
English teams don't do buyout clauses.
Harry Kane is seeing Ozil, yeah, getting 350k. Sanchez 350k. Sterling was it 270? My point is that there's gonna come a time when he's looking at, okay, I like Tottenham. I do like them. Yeah.
Trajectory under Tottenham
you're
has
just
been,
cutting
but
my
no,
mouth today.
I'm not.
Seriously, well, that's what I'm saying.
Listen. I'm saying his trajectory under Tottenham so far has been good. It is seen him become the captain of England and lead them into a World Cup and be a golden boot winner.
Okay.
So the key players,
Yeah.
that they need to keep happy, they're keeping them happy.
Harry Kane's not gonna be on that money.
Someone
In
look,
Tottenham.
look at
Especially
Modric.
now they got a
Look at
stadium.
Modric. Simple thing. Look at Modric.
Do you know what's in his contract?
Modric was so like he realized that Tottenham was still moving in a certain direction, but
wasn't fast enough.
he knew that
It's simple.
that's
That's what I'm trying to get
he knew
at.
that it wasn't
I
going.
don't
It wasn't going for his time.
But
Like
wait,
he just
wait,
realized
hold on,
that
hold
you know what?
So you don't
I'm
feel
a
like-
Spurs.
Yeah.
Like it's good football. We're playing nice under Harry Redknapp.
I feel
like
if
Gareth
you're
Bale's gone. Like Gareth Bale's gone. You didn't realize.
If you're listen.
But then now, look at the players at Spurs. Like all the players around Harry Kane, they're all happy at Tottenham. There's no one with like that other ambition, that other step to go further. Like because
Maybe
they
not
know
now.
that
Maybe not now.
Summer.
But next season, when you know you're not under good money and you know you're not challenging for the title, and you know your stadium has to pay money back, you might want to move on.
Spurs.
Gareth Bale moved on, like you just said. Modric moved on. If you're someone like Kieran Trippier, or I don't know, these guys,
Trippier
they might be happy, whatever. Like, but someone like Harry Kane, that's top goal scorer the last how many years? How long is he going to put up with this if they're not challenging? That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway,
the thing about challenging, yeah, it's not like yeah, we're Tottenham, we're top floor. Like let's challenge, bruv. Like they failed to challenge when Leicester came there.
you're not
Like,
hearing what I'm
hold on,
saying.
summer. They failed.
That's
to
my point.
The
So if you're
challenge when
Harry and you-
Leicester was there, yeah. Like, and they couldn't do that. That was their time to win.
So that's what I'm saying.
But now teams around.
Tabo. That is what I'm saying. So if Harry Kane is seeing this, why will he stay? Because he loves Tottenham.
You asked if Tottenham are gonna win anything. No,
Yeah,
they're
and you
not.
said no. So I'm asking you. So where does that leave the players at Dele Alli? You're saying they're happy. So they'll be happy.
No. They're happy, but they're gonna move. Simple.
Thank you. You just agreed with me now. You didn't say that as
No.
at the start.
You asked me.
I said will they leave? You said that. You said they're happy. I said
they're happy, but I say they're happy, but they will have to move at some point.
Thank
Because
you.
Why are they moving?
got there in
Because
the
they're
end,
not
guys.
winning anything.
Thank you. We got there in the end. So now you agree with me. Kevin still doesn't agree. You still think they're gonna stay.
He's saying we got there in the end.
We got there in the end, bro.
Hold on,
No, but I was saying that.
Tottenham are gonna win anything.
Listen.
Yeah, and then I said, where's that leave the players? Did I not say that?
Do you know how prepared that is? He said we got there in the end because you finally agreed with him.
No.
So if you didn't agree with him, we're
We'll still be
never
battling.
gonna get there.
What do you want to say about West Ham, Tabs? Take it
No,
away.
we have to give a shout out to West Ham because I think we talk about all these other clubs.
Yeah.
Like West Ham have been playing brilliantly. Like the last few games. I
Hey,
even say
listen,
like,
Anderson, man, that's my guy, man.
Anderson, Chicharito yesterday.
Really?
Like
I like
Your
Anderson.
guy?
Anderson, I like.
you
Listen,
got too many guys.
he's in my
Too many guys. Pause.
Bruv, he's been in my fantasy football team for time, fam. I rate Anderson, fam. I like Anderson. He's a solid player. I like him.
But why didn't you like him when he was at Lazio? I didn't hear you say.
I never watched. Bro, I'm seeing him week in, week out now, and I'm not one of those guys that like, yeah, I've seen him.
That's what my
like,
point is
I want
about.
That's
That's what I want football to be. I want it to be you get rewarded for taking a chance, not Jose Mourinho going to collect.
God, this guy and Jose.
Not Jose Mourinho going to collect a finished ready-made product and
But
try to
then-
take.
Yeah.
But then, like, you have to look at your budget as well. Like,
So
Yeah,
wait,
but
so-
Pellegrini's coming. Like,
he showed
picked up players.
quality, just like Sakiri and all these players show quality.
That's the same thing. If West Ham will get to top four,
So what do you actually see for West Ham then, Tabs?
for West Ham, I think it's a great improvement for a team that's always on the brink of like, are we gonna get relegated and this, and then the type of football they're playing as well. Like the players are actually like it's bubbling.
Yeah.
Like that's a good thing. Like and I know we always
Pellegrini's done a good job, innit?
yeah, he's done a good job. We're always talking about
They started
like, Man
shaky though.
United.
They started shaky.
Yeah, they did. But once Pellegrini had his system done, like all his players came back from injuries. Like Chicharito was injured. Like Andy Carroll comes in. Like he's not that Andy Carroll that you lob the ball towards Andy Carroll. Like there's more to it, and him bringing him in play. That's what I say. Like last week when we won against Fulham, like I was talking to one of my boys. He's like, Tabs, we're playing Fulham next. I said, bro, Fulham is Fulham. We just beat them 4-1. That's a big thing. Like, you guys are gonna come in, do the same thing. Fulham are going back down. Like, they're just that team that everyone's gonna.
I think Noble's got to leave. No, I think he's just got to get dropped on. Noble, yeah. Like West Ham, there's so much potential at West Ham, yeah. But when you still got guys like Noble in the middle, yeah, they have.
You got leaders.
Yeah, Noble's a leader. You can still lead off the pitch though.
But he's not.
Noble can be relied upon. Noble will show up and turn up.
Noble got sent off the other day when they were leading.
I know what he is. No, I know where he is, but you have to, if you want to get rid of him, you have to upgrade him.
I didn't say get rid of him.
You have to, if you want to improve. You have to,
Wilshere is there, but it was not. He's injured.
Wilshere's not going to play those.
He would have replaced Noble,
but he won't be able to, because let's not even. Now we got to the point where he's not gonna. We know he's not gonna play those kind of. He's not gonna show up for that amount of games. Now he's got to a point in his career where you're never gonna turn around and all of a sudden be a guy that can be relied upon and counted upon, which is what I said. How many seasons ago about Jones and Smalling? Once you start crocked, you're crocked. Every analogy, Samuel, whether you make faces or don't make faces, every analogy, I have to use the example about crocked players, for example. Noble, at least he keeps fit. He's always there.
You know who else I've been impressed with, Tabs? Declan Rice.
Yeah, West Ham.
Yeah, Declan Rice. I've been impressed with him. He's actually calm on the ball. He's been playing defensive midfield. He's young boy, what, 19?
He's been there for years then. He's coming 19.
Reece Oxford, he came same time. Him and Reece Oxford. You don't reckon? Declan Rice. Check his age, bro.
Declan Rice.
And Arnautovic needs to come back for them. I think when he comes back. West Ham have got a decent team there. Yarmolenko, they got a decent team.
Arnautovic, who I was hearing should come to United, you know. Woo!
Bro, when I saw that, I was like, rah, like, he's the same guy that had beef with Mourinho when Mourinho was at Inter.
Where does Mourinho go? Where he has
date of birth 99. So he's.
How can I not talk about his age? 19. He's 19 years old. 19.
Wow, he's big though, isn't he?
19. Yeah, he's 19. Yeah, you know what? Another shout at Watford. Watford, they got 3 points again. You don't like Watford, do you, Tabs? Let's talk about that challenge from Troy Deeney. That was mad.
Troy Deeney's dirty, yeah. Like I've said it. Like you don't know what I think about Troy Deeney.
He left his foot in it. Like no, but I mean the commentators were saying that you have to go for that as a striker.
But we know Troy Deeney's a clever player. Like you have to understand, like this guy is from the old school football type of thing. Yeah, like he's not spiteful. He's a good player, but he knows how to get into people's skin. Like he will literally like he won't back off a challenge, but if he gets into a challenge, Troy Deeney will make sure that you know that he's there. Like and he will back his team. He's a club captain and everything. He does it, but like those challenges, like it's just dirty, man.
There's no need for that, innit?
Nah, there's no need for that.
Yeah, they've got a decent team there as well. I've been impressed with Delafeu and Pereira, those guys. But so they'll stay up. Let's talk about, is there anything other, there's no other football stuff? Wait, who else played?
Everton, Man City yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah, Sterling. Shout out Sterling, came on and scored.
Excellent.
Bad boy.
Excellent from Sterling, man.
Yeah.
I think there's a whole. People were just rooting for him to just prove to the media, there was too much talk on his name non-football wise. He needed to make a huge impact football wise and scoring that goal. Yeah, I know he has been, but on the back of all of that talk, the best scenario was for him to come and score. To say, this is what I do.
Last season, who was a top assist? Like for like, if you talk about football and English players, Sterling was. I think it was one of the top goal scorers.
Watch
behind Kane and most assists last season.
Watch this
for English players.
Who do you reckon is viewed as the top? Who do you reckon is viewed as the top English player in the country right now?
Harry Kane.
Who really is the top English player in the league right now?
All right,
Sterling.
Wagwan.
Yeah, but you know how it goes, man. There's not gonna go over there again. We know how that goes.
We know. I don't want to know how that goes.
We need to make a change. Go on, Kev. Throw the cape on.
Yeah, man.
It's not even about making a change. Yeah, like this whole racism thing. Yeah, like it's ingrained in the whole system of the country. We're like. Without being like victims, playing the victim card, it's ingrained in the whole system.
This is the first City player I've supported like this.
Like this, yeah, exactly. Like this is like this
Mad
is
as a
the
United
first
fan
time,
to do
like,
that, innit?
this
Yeah.
is-
To support a City player as a
Because
United
at its
fan.
peak, because of the way the world is working right now, the things going. I'm like, nah, I gotta back the brother. It's crazy. It's nonsense.
Yeah, like he done well, like, and I'll back him, like, because like at the end of the day, this is a system that we're in. It's not acceptable. Like,
He's put the onus on everyone. Everyone's aware now. So any little thing that they do
PFA,
as a media, you know.
PFA don't even support like players how they should be. Like PFA are just collecting money. Like I don't think PFA have the back. Like
That's why they got to give 8 million to my man Scudamore for bouncing. Every team's got to give him
that's
1
Premier
million.
League. That's Premier League.
Oh, Premier League, okay.
Yeah, PFA is the association.
Okay.
Thing. But Scudamore as well. Like that's another thing. Like why have you got to give out 250 bags just because
To bury the bones, fam.
just
To
a
bury
guy-
bury the bodies. That's all. He knows the secrets of every club. But so before we get out of here, let's talk about boxing. Canelo fought last night. You guys watch it?
Yeah, sorry.
Tabs, you watch it?
Watched it, stayed up for it, should have gone to sleep.
I don't know what you lot was expecting, to be fair. Canelo versus Fielding. Like Callum Smith fought Rocky Fielding, and that was one that I thought, you know what, that's gonna be an interesting one at the time, because Rocky was a good fighter, and Callum went through
I
him.
watched it because of the love of boxing. I didn't watch it. I didn't stay up for it because I thought something was gonna happen. No. Come on, let's be
but
real.
you stayed
Like
up.
even the way, even no, someone
You
stayed
said
up.
because it's Canelo, maybe.
Yeah. Like
that's the love of
like,
boxing, he said.
I stayed up for the love of boxing, not because I thought, oh yeah, you know what, Rocky's gonna do something.
Basically, yeah, I was watching UFC and I slept off. So then I woke up this morning. I put the main event of the UFC on. After that, I put the Canelo fight on. When I saw that the highlights was the full fight was 16 minutes, because you can see on the player. I saw 16 minutes. I just started laughing straight away. I knew that
was about 8
Canelo got
minutes.
him. Yeah, I knew Canelo got him out of there. Like,
Nah, let's talk about Ryan Garcia.
I didn't watch that fight,
Mate, like I'm telling you, this guy, yeah, everyone calls him an Instagram kid. Like he's got about 1.3 million followers on Instagram. He's big on social media, but the kid is rapid and he's disciplined. Yesterday he showed so much discipline for a fighter of his age.
What do you mean?
Because the guy that he was fighting was unorthodox, like literally a prick. You know, someone who taunts you. Yeah,
You want me to
yeah.
say something controversial? Hype job.
Yeah, because
Who? Ryan.
He's a hype job.
even when you said 1.3 million followers, I
That's what I'm
was like,
saying.
wow, where did he get that
Instagram
from?
No, on Instagram.
Yeah, but like,
No, where did he get it from? Like he's built it up on Instagram, like just
Okay.
being him. But then I realized another thing. Yeah, the kid's got 17 fights. Yeah, 17 professional fights at 20 years old. This is something I've said about American boxers, Mexican boxers, the Deontay Wilders of this world, which is over there. They will put you into any pro fight against any riffraff, and then you get those wins.
they do that anywhere. Everywhere does that.
Look,
Every
look
boxer.
at-
They don't do that in Britain.
Not
too
in
tough.
Britain.
We don't
Not
do
in
that in
Britain.
Britain too tough.
So Kaya Fire and all these guys and Anthony Yardy, their records are padded.
What's
Or do you mean the amount of fights?
The amount of pro fights, not.
They don't stack up. After you can have 10, you're allowed to have 10 dummies, that you can box. Up by your 11th fight, they start stepping it
that's
up.
what you're saying.
By your 15th fight, if you keep going, they step it up to the next level. At your 20th fight, we're doing world level.
we're doing-
That's how we do it in Britain. But in America, what? Pump the dummies
Pump it.
20, 30. What?
Journeyman, coming.
Because even Wilder's got like 40 in it, and of that 40, probably like 30.
That's what he's trying to say.
You probably got about 20 proper professional fights, and then if you look at Wilder, like it's full, like Steven,
Yeah, cool. But
Ortiz,
back.
like, those are the guys that you actually look and think, rah, like it's actually fought like these guys have beat them, but it wasn't easy.
But back to the Garcia guy, because I haven't seen him, to be fair. I'm not going to lie and act like I've seen him. Why do you think he's a hype job?
Because they need another Oscar De La Hoya. They need another. They
Golden
need.
boy.
Yeah, they just create. You need to sniff them when they're coming. Yeah, it's clear when they polish them up so much and shine them off and then present them on the purple pillow. When they give them, when they hand it to you like that, that's when you know. Nah, hold on a second. You know, that's when you can say, hold on a second. Nah.
I looked at his record, I looked at his record, 16 fights, like knockouts everywhere.
But shout out Dotson. No, there's guys in the group. I swear, Tabs, you might.
Yeah, I was there.
If you're
No,
one of
I
them, I'm
actually
gonna
liked
blast
him.
you.
I actually liked him.
Someone said this kid is special. If that's you, I'm
I
gonna
said
blast
it, I
you.
said it.
You said this kid's special.
Yeah, but I'm looking at both sides of the fence.
Special. He's special. What he's special at, bruv. What he's special at, we're basically trying to say he's special and Errol Spence is special. The way they're talking about him and the shine he's getting, it's like this. It's like one of the same.
Is Errol Spence under Mayweather like promotion? No. Is Errol Spence under Mayweather or is he Golden Boy?
No, he's what's his name's fighter? Al Heyman's fighter.
Yeah, but because but he's Olympic. He's an Olympic boxer. He's proven in that way. Whereas Garcia is literally like straight from road, like bang. His dad was his trainer. Dad realized that
wait, hold on a second. You mean he didn't go to the Olympics? He didn't medal at the Olympics.
Garcia?
Yeah,
he's not been.
Wow. So how? At least Oscar was the golden boy. He won the Olympics.
No, it's talent. You have to give ratings for where ratings are.
I'm gonna go watch that fight.
But I can show you 3 or 4 fighters that are just as talented, but they just don't have the promotional team behind them, or just want to. It's like,
but you don't walk into promotion though. There has to be something about you. Like Kevin, like it's not even that.
You have to see something.
You have to have something.
But after the match, I saw after Kevin, he's pointing at his skin.
It's because he's Mexican. They need another.
He speaks Spanish.
What do you mean?
He doesn't even speak Spanish.
He's American.
His name is Ryan Garcia. What do you mean?
Speak Spanish,
yeah,
bro.
that's good enough. Garcia sells.
Garcia sells. But
I think if you don't change your name to
Garcia,
bro.
No. But the thing is, he might be forced to step up. This Bernard Hopkins was telling him after the fight, yeah, you know, you're a sensation. My kid loves you, blah, blah, blah. But this time, 2019 now, you know, you're going to step up now. Like, the level of opponents now, you're going to step up. So we'll see.
What do you think they're going to step it up to?
Like Amir Khan's and that level of fighters.
Amir Khan, the one that's still chasing...
somebody...
Amir Khan is this...
What weight is he?
I don't know, one...
Who's in his weight class? That will tell us all. Check that while we're doing that. Check that, Tabs.
I'm sure he's gonna be 140. They ain't gonna put him in.
Was he short? Was he a short kid?
He's tall. No way. He's 147.
I'm gonna go check him out. I have to see.
147. Then good night. This is
a killer. That's a killer.
This is. You know what I call that? I call that quick money. That means you just send him, go pull out Mayweather, collect 100 mil, go home.
That's a killer division, man. What are we?
He will get finished.
The Canelo. The commentators were saying, yeah, you know what? Whether you like it or not, this guy is pound for pound. Like, just look at the opponents that he's faced. Look who he's been in the ring with.
Canelo is pound for pound.
Featherweight, yeah, super feather.
So Garcia's super heavyweight. Who's in that? Yeah, he's gonna bust that then, isn't it? Yeah, they found one. That's what it was. You probably have to calculate like what weight is he? This, that. Can we rinse it? Yeah, he's probably gonna be like 40 and 0.
They're gonna build him up until so they'll call him a 4-5 weight champion. 4-5 weight champion. You know,
just goes one level up, fights that, bang, comes back down. Goes
back to Canelo. What do you think about that?
Canelo is pound for pound. He is pound for pound, and I don't put all the you know
controversies to the side.
To the side, he's pound for pound. He's pound for pound.
What's it? Oh no, Javante is on.
Yeah. He's already having issues with him.
Anyone that wants to talk to me about Errol Spence and stuff, you have to have the record that Canelo has to be able to have the same conversations. He doesn't have the record that my man has. Yeah, Canelo's got the record. Errol Spence, no.
He's a talent, but he's got that.
Okay, so
I'll put Errol up there.
Yeah, I'm saying Errol Spence could easily take it from him, but will he be even given the chances? Do you know how many people are swerving?
But wait, that's what I don't understand. We just spoke about the division. Yeah, it's stacked. He should have no issues getting big fights.
No. This is where the politics come into it. When you've got the packet, but you see Ryan Garcia, if you were right now, he's fighting 126 pounds. He's got 1.4 million. You said followers. He's been backed by Golden Boy and all the networks and everything. If he was to have a pound for pound fight, a big fight on pay-per-view right now against a top opponent, it will sell out. No, he'll probably do more numbers than an Errol Spence because they're promoting him better. They're investing more into him. Errol Spence is one of the best pure talents we've had.
Purists know.
But who Who has really pushed his name out there? Unless why are you having to be a boxing purist? You shouldn't. Errol Spencer's beyond boxing purist.
He's a humble.
He should be. Everybody knows who the.
Yeah,
fuck
but
this
we
guy is.
both know boxing is more about outside the ring as well. Like Errol's a calm guy. He don't trash talk. He's just. You get me? He just gets into the ring. He does his business.
Okay. Is Ryan Garcia? Is this Ryan Garcia kid? Wait. It's Canelo so is he such a character out of the ring? No, Canelo's exactly the same thing. Again, the skin.
The way he's slapping his hand,
the skin makes a difference, man. Trust me. This is the era we're in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when Canelo started proper fights, how many fights was he in? Canelo started like getting into the proper big fights when he was like 25 fights, in like 35. And you just look at it and think like, whoa, they're stacking.
It's a media issue, man.
Alright, so
whether you're Harry Kane or Sterling or Canelo or Errol Spence, if you don't have the right face. Then
it's about marketing, because you have to look at Golden Boy market in Mexico. Like, where's Errol Spence gonna get in there?
The black community don't come out and show love like that.
Like, I mean the marketing, for the whole branding thing.
So okay, take a person who Eddie Hearn's in control of his sport, and in what he's in control of, he's able to do what he wants to do. Now, Eddie Hearn obviously don't have a racist bone in his body, because he sees his star as... Actually, he doesn't even have a choice. I'm sorry about that.
No,
he doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a... No, hold on one second. Well, let me take that back. Anthony Joshua is the best heavyweight, period, and he's the youngest, and he's going to be the most commercially successful. If we had a Tyson Fury of the same age, we're doing the same kind of knockouts, I'm sure Anthony Joshua won't be rated as higher than Fury.
Eddie Hearn, was it Matchroom that started the prize fight? I think. Remember back in the day, it was Matchroom, because like they're a business that looks at boxing and think, you know what, this is our passion. Eddie Hearn's dad, Barry, boxing person. Like they've just developed their system and went with it and said, you know what, this is our business model. Let's just keep going, and it worked. He's found Anthony Joshua after Olympics, went in with him and said, you know what, I can take you to this level, done it. No racist, no nothing. Then you come with people like Frank Warren. Like Frank Warren still got fighters going into Brentwood Leisure Centre to fight.
That's
Come on, bro. They're not feeling that. They're not even feeling that place. Yeah. But they got backing from BT Sport. When BT Sport came out and said, "Yeah, we're gonna do 26. We're gonna do 26 fights in a year," like it wasn't gonna work.
Do you reckon? Are they even on course?
That's why they're doing Brentwood Leisure Centre, because they want to get 25 fights. Like they had fights yesterday.
BT are showing these.
Yeah, BT yesterday.
BT are doing shows.
BT Sport
are televising Brentwood Leisure Centre
yesterday. It was on BT Sport. And that's because like he's trying to get the money, but in the wrong way. It's not in the interest of the boxer. It's in the interest of his Frank Warren promotion.
Did you man watch the Anthony Joshua interview by IFL yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you reckon? What do you think about that?
In New York?
Yeah, in New York. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Just talking the game, man. I don't...
No, but he was saying some things like, Wilder did come up with the 50 mil, but after it came up, it just didn't make sense. But
it's legit. It's legit.
Like, but you're the one that told them the figure, like, bring 50 mil.
No. Exactly. 50 mil for me, but...
You're changing it now, bro. AJ.
No.
AJ, my guy.
They came out. I think what I'm AJ. I don't care what you say. Basically,
I'm AJ too.
The situation here is they've just come out and said, "Oh yeah, we got 50 mil. Here's your 50 mil." But they don't understand the dynamics of the contract, which is like AJ has to pay these contracts that he's in. Like it's not a 6-month contract, it's an open type of contract where this is my company, these guys have to eat.
To add to what you're even saying, he's basically saying what he failed to say, which he should have said is, listen, I'm eating 50 mil after other people have eaten. So it's 100 mil maybe in my pot, and then Eddie Hearn might take 20 of that. Under Armour take 10 mil of that, Links take 5 mil of that. People are chopping, and at the end of it, I still get 50 mil. So you need to come up with a figure, which is why he messed up by saying 50 mil.
Exactly.
And come up with a figure that feeds me 50 mil and still pleases all my
contracts. Yeah,
exactly.
So basically,
because AJ doesn't need that. AJ doesn't need these lot for money. Because
the word is he's seeing 30 million. He's seeing around 30 million after he's done met all his contractual obligations. He still sees 30 mil in his account, which means you're making 50 mil.
And he's right in the sense that he's right in the sense that I think he said, "Why should a fighter come and fight me?" And then your money like kind of triples or quadruples, and mine stays near enough the same. Like, meaning, if you were on a certain level of money before, and then you fight me, and your money bumps up all the way to, I don't know, 35 mil, but you was making like maybe 8 mil, 9 mil for a fight. Why should I fight?
Because the 100
but then
mil
it doesn't
fights
go
are
up
there.
to
The 100 mil fights are there. Look at Floyd. The 100 mil fights are there.
Samuel, what you just said, he needs to sing that in every interview. This is poor media training.
No. Let me tell you one thing about it. Let me tell you one thing I've noticed about AJ.
You're gonna say is media, media.
No. Money doesn't mean like he's not flashy in the way that he has to discuss his money and his everything. Because to him, he's a boxer first and foremost. Like, the money is part of being a boxer. But he won't come out and say, you know what, the money was low. But now, because he's in a corner where everyone's looking at Tyson Fury and Wilder and thinking, this is the fight that we want. Bro. Yeah, like he's
that was the best. You know what? If I'm honest,
you got me out of my seat here. You got me.
That was the best. That was the best thing to happen. Wilder and Fury fighting. I swear to God.
You got my attention. You know why? Yeah. Because that means what you're doing, Eddie Hearn, AJ, is fraudulent. You're talking. You want a persona of not thinking about the money, but the reality is at the back in the scenes, it's all about the flipping money. Because what someone just said hits the nail on the head. If you're trying to say Wilder is only seeing 12 million,
he said it yesterday. He said
12 million, but he got less.
But if you're seeing, okay, let's say Wilder's only seeing 5 million, and then all of a sudden by fighting AJ, you're gonna see 30. He's what someone just said about tripling and quadrupling your money. Yeah, even that by that, if 6 times the amount that you usually get, then I should be seeing some sort of increase in my thing. So what we should be doing is look at what our paychecks usually are.
That's what AJ's saying.
And then if I'm gonna see double, you see quadruple. Cool, that's cool. Because that means he goes from 30 million.
AJ don't want that either though.
Mil.
AJ said he left him will take 75 and you take 20. Bro, you're saying AJ don't talk about money, but he is talking about money.
No. Now he's been put in a position where he has to actually talk about money.
Why?
Because it's a situation where, okay, we offered you 50, you said no. All right, let me tell you why I refused that 50, because I had to pay so and so and so and so and so and so.
Give me that
and
money.
Then I'll come out with 25 because I still make 25 when I go to Wembley and fight any Tom, Dick and Harry.
How did it happen? But now, how did it happen? You came with that tool. You don't want to came with that tool. And said, you know what? Yeah,
can bring me 50.
Bring me 50 million,
and we'll make it happen.
And we'll make it happen.
But then they brought 50 with stipulations. Like basically,
AJ,
all right. Basically, okay. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, if it was that, like take it from AJ say, bring me 50 for me. Yeah,
he didn't say 50 for me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because he doesn't talk about his finances like that. Yeah, you say bring me 50, and they bought 50 without even thinking. Because remember, boxing, everyone knows the ins and outs of everything. So they're probably thinking, oh, we know he's got a contract with so and so and so and so.
I don't know.
So
AJ just spells two different things to me. One minute he's saying, I care about legacy. Next minute it's about the cut.
About money. Yeah. At the end of the day, like you're a boxer.
Okay.
Like,
and then
you have to get paid.
And then
you're not going in the ring.
And then on top of that, AJ comes onto ESPN, and I was impressed with that, because they were talking a lot like AJ, like even Charlemagne, Charlemagne was saying, AJ, he's a coward. Joe Rogan was even saying, AJ don't want to fight. Like ESPN, they were saying it. AJ flew to America, bro. He flew to America, went to New York. Obviously, he was there for the Canelo fight, but he was there for training camp as well. But But he went on ESPN and he was saying, yeah, I've been wanting to fight these guys. You know, like, let's make this fight happen, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is what he said though. I mean, Wilder can come to England, we can fight in England this time. I said, this time? When have you fought anywhere else? And then I thought to myself, guys like Tyson Fury, they say, listen, I'll fight you anywhere. I'll fight you in your back garden. Like, he goes to Germany and fights. He goes to New York to fight. He goes to...
You know where they fumbled, yeah? Big time where they fumbled was when they said, like, Wilder can't come in the ring after he's fought, like, Joseph Parker because... or whatever dynamic.
Now,
because
if Wilder didn't want that fight, because the whole
Wilder
thing
was ready to come over.
Okay, so this is the whole thing about Wilder don't want it either. If he wanted it, blah blah blah. If Wilder wants to come in the ring, what is that? What does that tell you?
It says I want it. It's on.
And what does that tell you? I'll even fight here in England.
Yeah. But
so where's all this myth coming from? Like Siddy, shout out Siddy. Yeah, he doesn't want to.
Both sides of this, yeah, like, they've literally just fumbled and then
how do Wilder fumble?
I think I'm saying like Wilder fumbled in the sense that he didn't literally say, yeah, AJ, like, let's do this, blah blah blah, like, it's there, yeah, like 50 mil, what this 50 mil talk.
Oh yeah, he wanted the more,
yeah. But Matchroom have realised that, you know what, like, Tyson Fury went there, spoke to him, 2 months, fight is done.
How does that look
like,
on AJ?
It looks very bad. It looks to me. It says that AJ is being controlled,
which is why I'm so happy this fight happened, Fury Wilder.
Like, because it's changed heavyweight boxing as well.
What do you mean?
In a sense that
the fight,
that fight has garnered more.
People have looked at those two as the best heavyweights now. Yeah. I hope you know that. People saw. Commentator said that, or Max Kellerman said it. Max Kellerman on ESPN.
They're the best.
They need to. Wilder and AJ need to fight one more time. And Wilder and Fury need to fight their rematch, and it needs to be what it needs to be. And the only reason why Hearn and AJ, I'm a fan of AJ's, but I know why. I know exactly why they're all positioned to make it now. If Wilder and AJ fight again, if Wilder and Fury fight again, their profiles will go up again, even higher. And the numbers that will come back for that fight will mean that it will be very difficult to negotiate the kind of money they want to negotiate right now.
Did you hear AJ saying, I've set April 13th for Wilder?
You've
bro,
said
that was scrambling. He was scrambling because he knows, like, Wilder and Fury have been told that they need to.
Yeah. No, they don't need to. They've been sanctioned, but they haven't been ordered.
They're not only sanctioned.
They want
to. And they both said they want to afterwards. Yeah. So then what are you trying to do?
What are you trying to like a curveball?
Like, because he's hearing the talk that people are saying
you're not getting a slice of the pie and it's frustrating you.
Because right now, basically what it is now is literally AJ's booked out Wembley, like, but no one's gonna turn up.
No, it would. AJ will always pull out Wembley.
No. I'm saying in that sense. I'm saying like right now they've got Wembley booked. Yeah, but the fight that's going to be happening in April is not going to be AJ versus Wilder or AJ versus Fury.
Now it takes me to my next thing. It will be AJ Dillian Whyte if Dillian Whyte beats Chisora. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, Saturday.
Can I be?
Go on.
Can I be the guy that cuts it out again? Like, because last time when I said, like, after the AJ fight, I said Fury's going to do something to Wilder. Everyone's like, no, this. Chisora's gonna do a job on White.
What's do a job? Because don't sit on the fence and say do a job.
He's gonna do a job.
He did a job on Dillian last time and Dillian won. So
no.
Do a job?
I'm saying
win or not.
That fight, yeah. I think like Chisora, yeah. Like, I wish, like.
What are you saying? Win or not?
Basically, what I'm saying. He's swearing. No. I you know what? Let me put my
You're not being balls right now.
Put my balls on the table, yeah. Like, sling them off. Chisora is going to beat Dillian Whyte.
Hey, thank you. Okay, I think Dillian Whyte is
I'm not talking from like a technical point of view.
Who's going to KO him?
Like, I think Chisora, because Dillian Whyte and Chisora are going to go in there and it's going to be war. It's going to be a fight. It's not going to be boxing. Yeah, you know, it's not going to be that one where, like, I walk in, like, jab, feel myself in.
Dillian doesn't have the discipline to do what he needs to do against Chisora. He's going to fall into the trap, and the sooner he falls into it, it's all bets are off. The only question is if he falls into it early, then I'm going for a Chisora win. Yeah. If he falls into it late after winning 4 or 5 rounds, then I say he would win again on points because they'll both slug it out to the end. And then by then, if he's already built up a 5 or 4-0 lead, then obviously
what if he sleeps?
everyone's saying what if he
then he slept against Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
12th round.
Yeah.
He slept.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying
So Chisora, bruv,
he looks in good shape as well.
He's in shape. He's changed everything. Like he's not that Derek.
Dylan looks in good shape as well.
You know what?
Dylan looks in good shape as well.
Yeah. Dylan's been improving since
what,
that Joshua fight. He's improved on his shape and everything.
Do you know what?
But
I just like the way they both have an opportunity to say you've seen Fury and Wilder just slug it out.
You know what? Yeah. You know what?
Let's see, because if they give us full action for 12 rounds,
fight of the year.
No, but it was a slugfest and there wasn't much technicality. But hold on, if they can just add some technicality to what they do,
they're not going to forget it.
No. But in my theory, let me be brutally honest. I don't think either of those fighters, it's not that they can't do it and everyone's saying that. I don't think they were fit enough to continuously do it for as long as they need to be able to do it. Because Chisora can box and he can fight. They've got
Nice, got David Hay.
It's all about their fitness and do they have the conditioning to do it for as long as the other top guys.
Chisora
AJ can do it for a long time.
Yeah.
It's what
AJ can do it.
and he's got the tools and he's got some special tools that help him to be able to nick a breather and all of that. But these guys are a bit smaller, so what they need to be as smaller heavyweights is way more active. Remember, see me, I'm a boxing purist, you know.
I think Chisora's coming into this fight healthy, fit, mentally. Bro, there's a difference in his eye. When I saw the face off, and I'm not gonna lie, when I switched off, I thought to myself, you know what, Chisora is.
No, it's like Derek finished that.
He's got Jesus in him now.
Not Derek. Sorry,
literally like
Dillian finished that face-off thing that I watched that on Sky Sports, and he was almost as if he was like, I don't like how that ended so peaceful. I need to give you a reminder.
And then
it was you're such a dummy. You're such a. Let me break it down to you that I'm not your friend. We that was way too friendly. You came off of that.
And then because why don't you do this? The sound of thing. Yeah. Like why don't you do?
He's trying to rattle him.
And the promo gives them both more exposure. Yeah. And unless I didn't like that a bit because for a moment it came into my head to say, wait, it's Chisora. When he said it's your fight, I was thinking, is this guy coming to get paid and go home?
No, he's been sarcastic saying Eddie Hearn is breading you. Like he's trying to make you that guy. And so you put me there as someone like a gateway. This is your fight. Bro, listen, Derek Chisora sat there so calm, I said to myself, you know what? Nah, something's not right. This guy's looking to do madness.
You're sitting next to someone who's literally messed up in the head, but they're not showing it. Like you can't
and that's unsettling. Like Dylan was probably thinking.
Dylan must have been thinking like we go there, we do the same thing. Like it's gonna be like popping off. Like Chisora was just calm.
Chisora said to him, "Calm. I'm gonna end you. I'm gonna finish you."
No, but his analogy about I'm gonna go through you like a tablet, like a
laxative.
He's got those dead one-liners in him all day, man.
No, I'm just Barbara. We do those.
So wait, so Tabo thinks Chisora. I think White. You think White. You've already broke it down. So will AJ fight White then if White gets through Chisora on Saturday?
I don't think. What for April?
Yeah, April.
I don't think he'll have a choice. I think AJ will be forced to look at other options because if I'm Wilder, I will want the AJ. I will want the Tyson Fury because your profile goes up more, and it doesn't present.
Who wants Tyson Fury more?
I feel like Wilder and Tyson Fury should do number 2.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that raises their profile, both of them more. And then when we finally get around to having AJ in the conversation, we just have an even bigger fight.
Did you hear about what Frank Warren said about the date for that fight? Wilder Fury. April 13th.
Like,
He's looking to do the same day.
no.
He's looking to do the same day as AJ's fight against Weather.
But
Because you know why? Do you know why?
Because of the 22nd.
Yeah,
innit?
next
Like, 'cause
week.
he's got
Yeah,
the show for
he's
Frampton.
got Frampton versus Warrington on BT Sport, and Eddie decided to do
No.
Chisora White. So he thought,
Let me
okay,
tell you what rattled Frank. Yeah, you know what rattled him when he had to call out Billy Joe to come into the thing, like onto the card. You know Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, he had to actually get him like to come onto that card because he was rattled. Like everyone's looking, thinking, "Rah, like we're gonna be watching Sky Sports." Like,
okay.
and then
Billy Joe's fighting on Saturday as well.
yeah, Billy Joe is on the thing now.
Yeah, but people are still watching Chisora White.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There
so
you
that's
go.
why he said, okay,
And
cool.
what is it?
If you want to
It's
do
in
that, Eddie,
Liverpool, Manchester.
I'm gonna do Wilder Fury April 13th as well.
Who gets cheated here? It's the fans.
No, but it's not because if Wilder Fury's in England, oh yeah, same time.
Well, they're both in England.
It's England, so we're the ones that get cheated.
Well,
and
these
what
two
will end
fights
up
are
happening is
I'm watching Wilder Fury. I don't know about you lot.
Of course, you're watching Wilder, but that's one fight. It's what time is. You could probably watch the same two, but if they're both pay per view, that means you need to be doing.
£80.
Are they both? Are you? And they're both pay per view, aren't they?
They're both
So
pay-per-view.
you're gonna have to what? For £80 for what?
You stream one.
No,
You
is it
stream one.
I thought like £40, didn't it?
But yeah, so
Use money for that, man.
Like,
Yeah,
and
anyway.
then they're saying, "Oh yeah, you're cheating the fans." No, we're not cheating the fans. Like fans will watch what they want.
Yeah,
Like, and then stream the other.
yeah. So yeah, it's been a good one, man. It's been a good one. Next week, be sure to catch our video. We're gonna do a recap video on the Dillian Whyte Chisora fight actually. That'll be on YouTube. So yeah, until next week, guys. Peace.